We don't always know where it comes from. It starts one day. You wake up, go about your daily routine. Everything seems fine until you feel something strange. A lump. A pain. Something is off. A cold wave of adrenaline rushes up and down your body. You breathe. You tell yourself to remain calm, that everything will be all right. You schedule a doctor's appointment. Days later, you receive a call. They found something. More appointments and tests are scheduled. You finally get the results. You have cancer. The life you once knew ceases to exist. The devastating news reaches your loved ones. Everyone comes together. They support, they pray, they read, and the human spirit rises to the occasion. They vow to beat this intruder. This is how the mother, the father, the son, the daughter go into battle blindfolded, frightened, but hanging on to their faith. A little over 1,600,000 men and women will be diagnosed with cancer, and over 550,000 will die from it in 2012. In 1 year, more people will die from cancer than the sum of 2 American civil wars combined. 10 times the casualties of the Vietnam War, more than the deaths of Nagasaki and Hiroshima put together, over 150 times more than the casualties of the 9/11 attacks, every year. Doctors put into play the eternal method. Test, retest, biopsy, surgery, mutilation, poisoning. A partial battle is won if the patient is lucky and strong enough to survive round 1. Renowned cancer organizations state that 2 out of 3 patients live at least 5 more years after cancer diagnosis. But most cancer survival statistics are only based on a 3 to 5 year scale. I wouldn't call dying within 5 years of your diagnosis surviving anything. Why do we think it's practical to embark in a method that fails an extremely high percentage of its patients? Why? We're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and expecting different results. That's insanity. Billions of dollars are invested into cancer research. How could we be proud of these pitiful results? Somewhere, at an untouchable distance, the gods of the healthcare industry coldly observe this repetitive scenario. They follow their protocol. Safety first. The protection of themselves and their practice is always number 1, immediately limiting their concern and sensitivity toward the patient and their illness. Being too hands-on could attract a threatening lawsuit, endangering the golden cages they live in. And we all know these golden cages must be protected at all costs, at all times. Not to mention, members of the executive board of leading cancer treatment facilities have been known to be major players in the stock investments of pharmaceutical companies that produce chemotherapy. And when you think of cancer researchers, you think of their main goal as finding the next groundbreaking solution. But researchers stretch results in order to accommodate the time period that their grant money must last until the next grant kicks in, providing them with lasting economic security. A lifestyle. With over $120 billion spent in the United States alone on cancer treatments, products, and services. Why the fuck would they want to cure it? Let's not be naive or blind. The cure isn't going to come from a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. The cure comes from a true scientist, out in the middle of nowhere, willing to save lives and sell it for pennies rather than a fortune. But the conflict lies behind the powerful corporations, knowing they cannot profit from a cure, and the luxurious lifestyles they choose to maintain, rather than increasing the survival rate. These cancer victims become digits. They become statistics. They become red numbers. And the red numbers are too great to ignore. So why isn't anybody questioning what's going on? Why in a society so results-driven are these red numbers continuously flying under the radar? What would happen if we demanded better results? What would happen if we paid researchers and doctors based on their success rate? They're too damn comfortable. The professionals of the industry, by an undeserving and outdated reason, are treated and respected as gods, but remain mute to their own poor results. What if cancer treatment was subsidized by the monster pharmaceuticals that made trillions already? What if effective cancer treatment was free for everyone? The only thing more dangerous than cancer is what runs through the veins of the cancer industrialists. Greed. Money for lives. The failure is massive. The voices are muted. But the multi-billion-dollar conglomerates keep getting richer. Let's fight for a better solution. For effective nonprofit research. For a cure. Let's make noise and demand a new world. Because tomorrow, I may be a victim of cancer. And yes, I will seek help. I will pray. I won't give up. It's within the human spirit to fight for survival. But if nothing is done about these weak and unsuccessful methods, I too will become a digit on a stat sheet. I too will become a red number.